the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a brand new edition of Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, coast to coast, come to you live from Virginia Beach on Batman Day. Can't you figure that stuff out? It is Batman Day. It is the greatest day on the calendar next to my birthday, my wife's anniversary, my kid's birthday, and probably any other date that's really more important to other people. But anyway, happy Batman Day. I'm Aaron Phillips. Thank you for making me part of your Saturday. It is almost the end of September, September 20th. I can't believe that September is almost in the books. Want to say hello to everybody out there. Joining me in studio today is my very special guest from the Ronald McDonald House of Norfolk. Norfolk. How is it pronounced?
Norfolk.
There you go. What she said. Jackie Lorenzo. She is the Director of Development. How are you, my friend?
Good. Everything's great today.
Excellent.
Especially since it's Batman
Day. That's right. I got everything on. I got the shirts, the jerseys, the hat. My Batman watch is on. My belt. I even got Batman sneakers, which you can't even see on camera unless I tilt the camera down. Maybe I'll do that during the break. But anyway, and I also have a special in-studio guest who's just kind of observing things today. She's got nothing better to do, so she said, hey, I'll come and hang out in the studio. Taylor Bailey is here. I know her through others. So she's the executive muckety-muck over at Temple Emmanuel in Virginia Beach. She's really in charge. I don't care what the rabbi says. And, of course, it's the same rabbi, schmoozing with Rabbi Ari, who we see here on WWDBTV once a month. So I just bring everybody together. You know what I'm saying? So she's here. She's taking notes on what not to do in this business as she's watching me. Anyway, back in Las Vegas, John, how are you, buddy?
You talking to me?
I for a second there, I wasn't sure. What's happening?
I'm still working on figuring out the buttons here. So.
Oh, you mean after all these years, you're still trying to figure out which one makes things work?
Well, the new switcher is different from the old one because they don't make the old one anymore. I mean, that thing was like 7 or 8 years old.
You switched the switcher?
Yeah, so now I'm learning this button used to do that, but now it does this. So any technical difficulties or glitches that happen today is not my fault. It's the fault of Black Magic Design.
Oh, I got you. All right, I understand that. Just as long as you don't hit delete during the show, that's okay with me.
You got it.
All right, thank you, John.
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking.
All right, that's good. I'm glad you're not outstanding anymore. You finally came inside. Hey, by the way, since John is actually in studio today, call us, 702-992-3207. I know you're dialing Las Vegas, but with the wonderful power of magic and everything, I'll still be able to talk to you. So give us a call. Make sure the phone bill's been paid and it is actually working and that he didn't mess that up with the new switcher. 702-992-3207. Talk to me. Talk to Jackie. You can talk to Taylor. I don't really care. Just call. Let's make sure the phone is working. All right. So Jackie's here today. We're going to talk about the Ronald McDonald House of Norfolk here in town. There's a great event coming up next weekend, which we're going to talk about. I don't know. She got some has-been guy by the name of Aaron Phillips to host the event next week. So, we're going to talk about that. But more importantly, you know what time it is? It's time for Vegas and Rap 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
And as it works out, Batgirl joins us at the end of that on Batman Day. All right, as always, some news and notes from around the country and around the world that I thought were crazy enough to share. So let's go. Let's talk about some local stuff here first and foremost. I've been talking about this the last couple of weeks. My office is located in Town Center right here in Virginia Beach in the Pembroke area. You know for how long I kept saying Pembroke? Because that's the way I thought my brain saw it. But then I found out it's Pembroke. You know why it's called Pembroke? Because there's a bunch of stores right across the street. And you can go broke over there. That's why they call it Pembroke. Did you see about the crane that fell in the area yesterday? Did you hear about that?
No,
so,
I did not.
Some Pembroke apartments somewhere nearby here. Yeah. They were doing some work on the apartments. And this crane was in the process of moving some heavy equipment. And all of a sudden, it just toppled over on top of part of the apartment building. Yeah, check it out. It was pretty freaky to see that the truck that was carrying this crane, like the front wheels in the cab, is like a dog sitting up on its hind legs. It was pretty scary. I don't think anybody was hurt, thank goodness. I don't think anybody was in the apartments, but that happened in this area. But anyway, Town Center, which is where we're located, there's beautiful restaurants and shops and everything, but there's a little fountain square, literally right next to my building here. And so they have movies in the plaza, and they started this earlier this month. So the movie tonight at 7 p.m., it's all family-friendly stuff, is Minecraft movie. A Minecraft movie, you can get all the popcorn is free. Hot chocolate, if it's cool enough. I don't know if it's really cool enough yet. It's warmed back up just a little bit after that crazy rain we had last week. But that's all free as long as supplies last. But more importantly, it's free, 7 p.m., Minecraft movie. But if you want to plan for next week on the 27th, I don't know why you'd want to plan for this, because you should be coming to Petals and Pairings over at the, see what I did there? Norfolk Botanical Gardens. Movie next week is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So you tell me, Mom and Dad, Sonic or wine and food? You tell me what you want to do. But anyway, that's the movies for tonight and next week. Also, too, I want to remind you that on the 24th of this upcoming week, which I believe is Wednesday, according to my schedule, the Norfolk Sheriff's Office, this is the 2025 Senior Fest. This is an event. It's free. It's an informative event for Norfolk's 55 and over residents. You want to head down to the ODU Chartway Arena. It's right there on campus at the Chartway Arena. Also, they're going to offer free flu shots and health screenings. You can get more information by going to norfolk-sheriff.com, or you can call 757-441-1066 for information. The event is free and open to residents of Norfolk 55 and up, which means I guess you have to show ID that you live in the Norfolk area. And so since that event is this week, that's the last time I have to announce this one. So we'll throw that over there for next week. All right, let's talk about some winnings. You know, it's crazy to think about this. And I say this all the time when it comes to the lottery system here in Virginia. And I have to give kudos where it is. In Clark County, Las Vegas area, they're strapped for dollars like a lot of school districts are, of course. Right. But the one thing that the lottery system here in Virginia does wonderfully well, that I keep, and for many, many, many years, for the 27 years I've been out there, and John could probably back this up, probably 28 of the 27 years that I was there, you know, the casinos there, they want to hold on to every penny that they can. Well, for years, they've tried getting a lottery system into Las Vegas specifically for the educational funding. Well, the great thing about what they do here in the state of Virginia, every penny from the lottery, tickets and ripoffs and all that stuff goes to K-12 funding. $900 million thus far has been raised over the last, well, not just now, but over the last 12-month period. $900 million has gone into the funding for education. So kudos to them. With that, California man was recently visiting Virginia, and he thought he had won only $50,000, which is a nice winnings anyway, right? But then he forgot about the fact that he paid an extra $1 for what they call, it's an add-on, which allows them to double their prize. So when he got his ticket, he thought he won 50. He went and he verified it. The man actually got 100 G's out of that little prize. That's right. Daniel Green of Folsom, California, believed he scored 50 grand. This was back on September 6th. It was part of the Powerball drawings. But he paid an extra $1 for this two-time option. Got him $100,000. His ticket was an easy pick, and he picked it at a Wawa located on Brook Road in Richmond. So my buddy from Virginia, from Vegas, all these V's. From Vegas, Rafi, who was just in town visiting me last week, he's a big Wawa fan. We went to see WWE SmackDown last week. And we were on our way home. He says, Aaron, he says, you got to go hit a Wawa. Because he also spent time in Philadelphia where he lived. You're from that area. You know it well.
I love
right?
Wawa.
So this guy bought a ticket there. And so Daniel Green, 100 grand. So if you're looking for money to donate, I know someplace you can donate money to, Daniel. All right, that's that one. Now, here's another one. Virginia scratch off. How about this one? Ready for this one? Let me see if I can quickly find. This person doesn't say, he bought a 50-time money game lottery ticket. Those tickets usually like $1 or $2 or a couple of dollars. $3 million at a local grocery store at a Food Lion on South King Street in Leesburg. Now, here's a nice thing. Here's another thing that the state does, which I learned this a couple of weeks ago. If you win a prize, $1 million or more, the state of Virginia gives you the option. You can say you're an anonymous winner. You don't have to give your name public, which I like that, because I don't want to know about relatives and cousins and everybody else who I did not know I was related to would come out of the woodwork, right? So Leesburg man, $3 million, which is a top prize in the 50X the money game, Food Lion. So good job there. Obviously, he was able to pay for all of his groceries. This is kind of a good one, and I like this segue because you're here. Virginia grandmother won a huge Powerball prize. This woman won $150,000 on the September 8th Powerball drawing. Carrie Edwards decided, you know what? I've been graced with a lot of wonderful things in my life. You know what she did with that 150 grand? She divided it up between 3 nonprofits, and she's sharing all the proceeds. Now, after taxes, each of the nonprofits will receive about $36,000,
Very nice.
which ain't chump change for
No,
nothing, right? I mean,
great.
so here's who she's giving it to. First one is the Association for Frontotemporal Degeneration, which helps families impacted by early onset dementia, a disease that Carrie's husband had passed away from very recently. So that one there. Then the second recipient is Shalom Farms, a nonprofit where Edwards volunteers that's focused on creating an equitable food system for people in the Richmond area. And last but not least, the third organization is the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society, which provides resources for military families. Carrie also spent time in the Navy, so she's obviously, so good job. Now, if you look at the picture, because her daughters were with her when she accepted the check, I hope they're well off and very comfortable. Because if you look at the faces of the daughters, folks, you can read into that any way that you want to about how proud and pleased the kids were. But nonetheless, good for her to be in a position to take 150 grand and share it among 3. God bless her for that. All right, last but not least, little news about Vegas. All right. You a hard rocker at all? Did you listen to hard rock growing up?
I listen to all kinds of.
Who's your favorite hard rock music bands that you listen to?
Oh my gosh, maybe AC/DC.
Ooh, AC/DC?
I don't know. Let me think.
This
I
doesn't
think
qualify
that's
for my
good.
other questions I'm going to ask you during the interview,
okay.
by the way.
Maybe some Metallica.
Okay. All right. No, see, that's good.
So, yeah.
Well, check this out. Las Vegas is going hard rock. They have 3 residences coming up. John probably knows this. Motley Crue will be live at Park MGM. They started last night. Tonight, the 24th, 26th, 27th, and then October 1 and 3. How about Def Leppard? Little Def Leppard?
A little Def Leppard. Yeah.
They'll be at the Coliseum. Yeah, that's right. Listen, I love the 80s. I hate when I'm at CrossFit and they play all this like current 90s hip hop rap. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. Give me 80s stuff. Def Leppard will be at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, February 3rd through 28th of next year. So mark that on your calendar. But here's a fan favorite, Sammy Hagar.
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't love a little Sammy Hagar? I can't drive 55. Don't be live at Park MGM also March 11th through the 21st. And then in September again, 18th through the 26th, all of 2026. For ticket information, just go to Ticketmaster. You can check out all. So Las Vegas Strip is going hard rock superstar residency, folks. All right. No. John, how is as I did move the mic closer to Jackie. Are you hearing her any better?
Okay. Yeah.
Say hi, John.
Have her talk.
Hey, John.
We could just barely hear her. I mean, we can hear her, but compared to you,
I don't need a microphone.
Yes, I know. That's why I point the mic at her and just talk normal.
There you go. So here's the microphone.
Okay.
I'm going to put it right in front of her. All right.
Okay.
With that, we're going to go to our first break. We got some
can't hear her.
What?
I still cannot hear her. Tell her to talk.
Well, she'll talk after we come back from break.
All right.
Kalo 3D Prints, Comfort Care. Who else am I missing? Kalo 3D Prints. Hey, how about right, there you go, Miliari Group. And then we have Different Strokes, and then the Voice Swag Shop. Doesn't matter. Just listen to the commercials and please help them by buying. We'll be right back.
Kalo 3D Prints is a proud veteran-owned business that specializes in state-of-the-art, cutting-edge 3D printing and laser services. We create high-quality prototypes, personalized gifts and designs tailored to your needs. We offer precision engraving, cutting, and etching on just about any material you can imagine, resulting in stunning custom signage, decor, and branded products. Committed to excellence and driven by military values, Kalo 3D Prints turns your vision into reality with fast, reliable service. Visit our Etsy store at Kalo 3D Prints. That's KALO, the number 3D Prints. Or email us at kalo3dprints@gmail.com.
I wouldn't let aging stop me from being me.
Oh yeah, still got those moves in me.
I will be fabulous. I will accessorize.
Comfort Care can help with as much or as little home care as you need, from medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands. Let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match so you can live your best life possible.
Hey, honey, what you doing?
Getting ready to watch a game.
What about fixing up the house like you promised?
What you talking about?
Just the new light in the den, the new shower in our bathroom, the new fence around the yard, the front steps.
Stop! You know, I have a better idea. You know Craig down the street? He owns a company that specializes in handyman services, but he is more than just any old handyman.
Really? Would you say different strokes for different folks?
You know I will. You know why? Because he does home repairs and he does painting and kitchen remodels and bathrooms and everything else in between.
How are his prices?
Great value for great quality. You know, I think I'll invite him over and get a free estimate for all the things that I know will make you the happiest, dear.
Call Different Strokes Painting and Handyman Service for a free estimate by calling 757-395-9999 today.
That's 757-395-9999. Above the rest, they show up and show out by making your vision come to life. Is your credit card debt getting you down? When that student loan payment is due, does your cable bill go unpaid? Are you ready to throw in the towel because you do not know how to financially survive? The Miliari Group is ready to educate you on how to get out from under the pile of debt and retire as a tax-free millionaire. They eliminate student and credit card debt and help families set their kids up for success. For more information, call 956-532-2349 or email williamsastria961@gmail.com or scan the QR code to meet with us. The first 100 calls will receive a free will. So, call 956-532-2349 or scan the QR code now and learn how to become the millionaire you always dreamed to be. All right, welcome back. I want to thank all of our advertisers and sponsors for supporting the Aaron's Hour show. Please, if anything in there suits your whimsical, then please, by all means, jump on there and reach out to our sponsors. I do have some local events to announce, but we'll get to those in a little bit because I want to spend some time with our guest, Jackie Lorenzo here. She is a director of development director. She's basically...
I ask people for money.
There you go. There you go. She's like the credit person that you don't want to speak to, but in her case, you do want to speak to her. From local Ronald McDonald House here in Norfolk, downtown, literally right in the shipyard area, only on this side of the shipyard. The non-shippy yard, but you can see the shipyard. Right in downtown by the nautical and all that stuff down there, right?
Yep, we're right across the street from CHKD and the EVMS campus.
Don't look at the screen. No screen. No. So, all right. Now, with a show of hands out there, not that I could see you, so I want to know how many people really show their hands. How many people out there have heard of Ronald McDonald House? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So everybody's familiar with Ronald McDonald House. Even if you don't say house, everybody knows Ronald McDonald just because of McDonald's and all of that stuff. But they do great stuff. And I'm familiar with it when I lived in Vegas. I think I shared with you through Kiwanis. We went and made many a spaghetti dinners there and left it for the folks. So before we get into your background, let's give a brief introduction about what Ronald McDonald House is for those who may not know.
So Ronald McDonald House is really a home away from home for families with hospitalized children. So last year we celebrated our 50th anniversary.
At the Norfolk House?
No, just
the
for
organization.
the local organization,
Right. Okay.
which was awesome. So the Ronald McDonald House started up in Philly, and I just have to say, go Birds!
No, that's it. Thank you for watching, everybody. We're done.
Anyway.
As a Giants fan.
Oh no. Well,
Sorry
I'm
about that.
gonna, just
That's
go
okay.
right now.
No, that's okay. It's okay. I'll let it slide.
So, started up in Philly 50 years ago, and
Interesting story how it started.
Yeah, so it was founded by two folks. One of them is Dr. Audrey Evans. She was an oncologist for the pediatric set.
Okay.
And she noticed that there were so many families that were sleeping on the floor besides their children. They had their other children were sleeping in the hallways and all of that kind of thing. So she had started the process of looking for a house for these folks. And at the same time, Fred Hill, who was a running back for the Eagles, his daughter was in the hospital and also with cancer. And so they, as fate would have it, crossed paths, got together, and the proceeds from the first Shamrock Shake helped to purchase the first Ronald McDonald House.
It's a lot of shakes if you're buying a house.
It's a lot of shakes. And you have to remember the dollar went further.
You know, that's a good point. That's very true.
So how they got that connection was Fred had a lot of friends who were owner operators, so of McDonald's. So they've been what we've been calling our forever partner. And every time you go into McDonald's and you round up, whether it is here in the area or anywhere in the U.S., all the proceeds come back. That roundup proceeds come back to all of your local Ronald McDonald houses.
It's not going to a corporate office to be given back up. That's good.
No,
that's
it comes directly to us.
There's nothing better than when you're helping a nonprofit that the proceeds you're supporting stay in that area.
Yes.
You know, and that's good to hear that. All right, so that's a little history on Ronald McDonald House. Let's divert back a little bit. This is not your first foray into asking people for money. You've been doing this for about 15 years now. Talk about your background. And what do you like about doing what you do?
Oh, wow. So honestly, I've been asking for money for quite some time now. And as you said, 15 years or more. And honestly, I love just supporting the mission. And that's what I love about it, because I ask people for money to support the mission of the organization that I'm with. And that's what really warms the cockles of my heart. And I just love meeting people. I love getting that relationship with folks and, you know, really hearing about why they support, you know, because that's something that, you know, you find out a lot about people and where their heart is.
Absolutely. Well said. Quick shout out to Christine out in Lake Havasu, Arizona. My good friend out there. She talk about someone who has a heart. This lady, for the last number of years that I've known her, she has a nonprofit down in Lake Havasu called the Clothes Closet. She supports homeless with everything from clothes to food to helping them get organized. And she is such a great community person like you are. Everything for getting her place done, from paving her parking lot to rebuilding the building that was donated to her, has all been donated. So I don't know if there's a Ronald McDonald House down there by you, Christine, but if there is, you really need to reach out to them, and then we can make a connection with Jackie here. We'll go coast to coast with Ronald McDonald House from the Clothes Closet. Anyway, but it's good that she's watching, because like attracts like.
It does.
And she said me, and I think that was responding to the fact who is not familiar with Ronald McDonald House. There must not be a Ronald McDonald House down there. I know there's a McDonald's. I know that from years past. But so, all right. So let's talk about now. You come here a year. You're only here a year. Talk about some of the things that the house has seen in the year. I know you've shared, because I've heard you speak. You and I talked about it, the amount of hours and people that have come through. Talk about the impact the house is making locally.
So last year, we had 628 families walk through our door, and really that equates to 1,411 people, which is amazing.
That's a city in some places.
I know, it's amazing. So, and of those 628 folks, over a third of those folks were all local families from right here in the 757.
So now, how talk about the side of, you talk about obviously the Children's Hospital right there. We know that parents don't want to be away from their kids. The feeling of sleeping on a cot in a hospital room, or in that recliner chair that really isn't the most comfortable after a while. Right. And you're in the hospital room, you obviously want to keep an eye on your child, but at the same token, you need to protect and take care of yourself. And in a lot of cases, these are families that are coming to support their one child who's sick, but they have other kids in tow.
That's right.
How important is it for these families to have a home setting to come to and pick their feet up and have a place for their other kids to be?
Yeah, so there have been numerous studies done very recently stating that when the caregiver of a child, especially in the hospital, is taken care of, they can be more on point and more engaged with their child's health care.
Okay.
And that's where they need to be. So what we do at the house is we make sure that we take care of the caregiver. We make sure that they have all the comfort, the care, the meals, everything.
Now, everybody who watches knows I'm involved in Kiwanis here. Been involved in Kiwanis a long time. You shared with me something that the Norfolk Kiwanis Club recently did to help your facility with some machines that they were involved in helping you get new washers and dryers, right?
Yeah, so the Kiwanis Club of Norfolk, we were able to get some washer and dryers from them through a grant one year. And then this past year, they gave us a grant to purchase a industrial grade, I call it, it's a medical grade breast pump that the families are using in the hospitals. So when they're in our house, they can also use everything. It's the same.
It's funny. I was at the Norfolk Club on Thursday. They had their installation for new officers.
Oh, nice.
And the incoming president, Chris, I think we talked about Chris Bryan over at TCC. Up comes a picture of when you were there. I guess they presented a check or something to you over the last year. So you were in the presentation, which was kind of cool. I turned to my wife. I go, I know that's Jackie. You're going to meet her on Saturday next week. So that was kind of cool to see that. And then there was a gentleman that I don't remember his name, but he's involved on behalf of the Kiwanis Club and works, I guess, as a liaison with you guys. And when he talked about Ronald McDonald House in general, he didn't mention the event next week. So towards the end of the event, I walked up to him. I said, "Hey, Mr. Ronald McDonald, how come you didn't mention the Petals and Pairings party next week?" "Oh my God, I forgot." Okay. Anyway, but it's good because that's how, again, everybody comes together. Here's Kiwanis coming to support Ronald McDonald House and the great work. I mean, I'm still staggered by over 600 families coming through there in a 12-month period. That you guys service that many bodies, 1,200 bodies in that family. That's huge.
Yeah, so we do have a lot of community support.
Sure.
So a lot of community groups come in and they cook meals for our families, whether it be a church group, a service group. We have local schools come in, and then we just have families come in. And we have families who've stayed at the house previously also come back and cook dinner. So
is there a limit that a family can stay at the house, or is it based on the need of the child that's in the hospital?
It is based on the need of the child and also on a radius to the hospital.
Gotcha.
So if you are in a certain radius of the hospital, you can stay at the house for 2 weeks, but then you'll need to check out. But then you can check back in at a future date.
Okay.
So
how many units, how many families, how many rooms do you have there?
So we have 17 guest rooms, but we can house 55 people. Each guest room has its own little, setup in there to house that many people.
I'll tell you, when I came to visit you a couple of weeks ago, that first of all, we didn't go up into the rooms, obviously, because that's private, but the rooms downstairs, I mean, were just meticulous and immaculate, well cleaned and kept. And geez, I wish my house was that neat and organized. But
yeah, it's beautiful.
It absolutely
it's we're trying to provide a respite for all of these families.
Absolutely. All right, before we go to our next break, it is time now for me to change gears on Jackie. For those of you who know, now's the time where I start throwing some questions out of that have absolutely nothing to do with Ronald McDonald House or anything important. It's just so that we get to learn a little bit more about Jackie as the person outside of Ronald McDonald House, and we have a little fun with Jackie. All right, here you go. Trust me, none of these are painful, but I do need your first thing that comes to mind response. All right, who is your favorite actor of all time? The male version.
Cary Grant.
Really?
Yes.
Joe Day. That was him, right?
Yes, that's him.
His Grant. I just learned this. Do you watch Star Trek at all?
A little bit.
The John can help me with this, but the one that's on Paramount right now, Strange New Worlds. That's it.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Spock is related to him.
Oh, wow.
Yes. All right. Who's your favorite actress on the female side of the ledger?
I guess Emma Thompson.
Okay, that's not bad. All right, this one I got to set up a little bit. What is your favorite all-time movie so that when it comes on, you turn your phone off, you grab your spouse, you grab your favorite adult beverage, maybe a favorite snack. You don't want to be bothered for 2 hours. What movie is that for you?
The Princess Bride.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. My name is Alberto Montoyo.
Yes.
You good my father.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Yes.
So many great people. I mean, Billy Crystal.
Yes.
Who's not? I want to say Carol Channing, but it's not Carol Channing. The one who played his wife in The Tree.
Oh.
She's also on Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, by the way.
Yes.
Gosh,
Remember her name.
Andre the Giant.
Yes.
Mandy Patinkin.
Yes.
I mean, that was such a great. And Peter Falk, of course.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
beginning. And Fred Savage. Oh my
I
God,
know.
little cute.
He was a little kid then.
That is such a great. That is a movie I could watch. It's like, to me, it's like Leave It Alone. It's one of those movies I could just watch over and over.
Yes.
All right. What is, assuming you don't already have this parked in your driveway already, what is your all-time favorite dream car that you'd like to own, or at least drive once?
Oh, an Audi 5.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to open it up and just go?
Just go. I mean, it's not, a sports car or anything, but it's.
That's okay. Hey, it's your
It's my
dream.
dream
It's your
car.
dream car. All right, last question before we go to break. This one, what is your, no, I got two questions. Favorite genre of music?
I like all kinds of music.
Okay.
So it's really hard for me to pick a favorite genre, but I guess I've been listening to alternative folk is kind of where
Okay.
I am right now and
Okay.
what I've been listening to a lot. Yeah.
Alternative folk. What would that be? Alternative folk. I'm trying to think about what that would be. All right. So last question before we go to break. Now you're in your car. You're at a red light. Okay. What is your favorite all-time song? Favorite song when it comes on the radio? You're doing your own little karaoke thing in the car. You don't care what anybody's seeing, looking in the car. What song is that for you?
Wow. I think it's probably the Indigo Girls, Closer to Fine.
All right. There you go.
Not a real rockin' song, but the message.
But
the message
there
is
you go.
there, right?
That's why we all have our own favorite songs. Mine is If I Were a Rich Man from Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh,
Go
there
figure.
you
Go
go.
figure.
Yeah.
All right, you're watching Aaron's Hour. We're going to step aside for a second break of the show. More to come, including we're going to start talking about fundraising and a big event that's happening next week at the Norfolk Botanical Gardens to raise some money for Ronald McDonald House. More about that and some other community events when we come back. Aaron's Hour. We'll be right back. Is your credit card debt getting you down? When that student loan payment is due, does your cable bill go unpaid? Are you ready to throw in the towel because you do not know how to financially survive? The Miliari Group is ready to educate you on how to get out from under the pile of debt and retire as a tax-free millionaire. They eliminate student and credit card debt and help families set their kids up for success. For more information, call 956-532-2349 or email williamsastria961@gmail.com or scan the QR code to meet with us. The first 100 calls will receive a free will. So, call 956-532-2349 or scan the QR code now and learn how to become the millionaire you always dreamed to be.
Hey, honey, what you doing?
Getting ready to watch a game.
What about fixing up the house like you promised?
What you talking about?
Just the new light in the den, the new shower in our bathroom, the new fence around the yard, the front steps.
Stop! You know, I have a better idea. You know Craig down the street? He owns a company that specializes in handyman services, but he is more than just any old handyman.
Really? Would you say different strokes for different folks?
You know I will. You know why? Because he does home repairs and he does painting and kitchen remodels and bathrooms and everything else in between.
How are his prices?
Great value for great quality. You know, I think I'll invite him over and get a free estimate for all the things that I know will make you the happiest, dear.
Call Different Strokes Painting and Handyman Service for a free estimate by calling 757-395-9999 today.
That's 757-395-9999. Above the rest, they show up and show out by making your vision come to life.
I wouldn't let aging stop me from being me.
Oh, yeah, still got those moves in me.
I will be fabulous.
I will accessorize.
Comfort Care can help with as much or as little home care as you need. From medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands. Let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match so you can live your best life possible.
Halo 3D Prints is a proud veteran-owned business that specializes in state-of-the-art, cutting-edge 3D printing and laser services. We create high-quality prototypes, personalized gifts and designs tailored to your needs. We offer precision engraving, cutting, and etching on just about any material you can imagine, resulting in stunning custom signage, decor, and branded products. Committed to excellence and driven by military values, Kalo 3D Prints turns your vision into reality with fast, reliable service. Visit our Etsy store at Kalo 3D Prints. That's KALO, the number 3D Prints. Or email us at kalo3dprints@gmail.com.
Hey, welcome back to Aaron's Hour. That's right. Hey, before we get back with Jackie, I want to share some events going on in the area. So, John, if you can bring them up on screen, we'll quickly go over some of them in no particular order. There you go. I think we talked about this previously. This is the Historic Kempsville Family Fun Fest, which was originally supposed to be happening today, but because of the big air show going on down in Virginia Beach, we've moved this event to April 25th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., where we celebrate the historical importance of Kempsville to the Revolutionary War. People don't realize the history around here. One of the very first shots that were fired to kick that war off happened right in Old Kempsville in my neck of the woods. So mark your calendars, April 25th. We are looking for vendors. Calling all you roller derby fans, flat track women's roller derby. I just learned about this week from Amanda Ludwig over at Sky 4. She's actually a roller derby. This is on Sunday, November 9th, 9 a.m. at the Peninsula Family Skating Center. Pumpkin Smashers versus Harvest Hitters. So come check it out. I will be up there. As a matter of fact, I may find my way onto the microphone to do the PA for that event. Next there, Mr. John, if you would, let's roll it. All right, Kiwanis Club of Chesapeake. That's right. You're reading that right. The Pork Butt Sales Fundraiser. This actually does raise a lot of money for our scholarships, scholarship programs and funding that we put back into the community. $55 for a meal. This is the kind of meal where you don't have to worry about meal prepping. No, it ain't kosher. Even if you eat it right to left, it's not going to make it kosher. I hate to tell you that. But for $55 for a meal, you get ribs, 5 pounds of shredded butt. In Vegas, that's a whole nother meaning. Coleslaw, pack of buns, or for $25, you can get a 2 pound of shredded butt. Pre-order it, hit the scan, the QR code. Pickup is October 11th. Please help support the Kiwanis Club of Chesapeake. And as a nice segue, of course, the Ronald McDonald House will not be complete without their own fundraising. This is taking place next Saturday, the 27th. Petals and Pairings, Cultivating Comfort and Care at the Norfolk Botanical Gardens. That's right next to the airport. You can't miss it. I've been there during the holidays with the lights. Beautiful. All right. So since I have the person in charge of all of this, just hit the QR code, purchase your tickets, VIP experience. There's a little VIP stuff happening early for $150, or if you want to come in for general admission early bird before the event's $85, just hit the QR code. Yours truly will be emceeing this. So talk about this if you would, since you're here. I don't have to.
Sure. So, so this is the first year that we're having this style event as a one of our largest fundraisers for Ronald McDonald House Norfolk. So the event will have lots of wonderful food. We're going to have 6 stations, and at each station we are going to have wines from around the world, and we're also going to have beer from a local brewery, Afterglow. So, and they're from Norfolk. So there'll be special pairings with the food bites and that kind of thing. And then we will have entertainment. Of course, Aaron will be there, but also
in his sparkly new jacket just for the event.
We will have Frank Sings Frank.
That's right. Oh,
he's awesome.
Cool.
So come out. We're going to have a wine pool. We're going to have auction baskets. We're going to have a paddle race and possibly some other.
You decided to do the paddle race?
Yes, we did.
I have some news for you on that. Remember we were talking about that other organization that I had done that. Okay. So paddle race, this is pretty fun. It's hairy and crazy for the guy running the thing, but I had practiced at Miles of Love a couple of weeks ago that I did their event, and they did a paddle race. So check this out. Overall for their dinner, they raised about $40,000. Last year, in total for the event, they raised $16,000 last year for their first dinner.
Right.
This year, they raised $14,000 just in the paddle race. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh, this is so cool.
That's awesome.
So I'm excited. This is a lot of fun. We'll talk about that, but the paddle race is quick. It's easy. And let me just say, it tests my eyesight. Okay, let me just put it out. So anyway, that's good. I'm excited.
You got some good spots.
No, that's good. But I still have to call the numbers. But it's a lot of fun. And it really is a great thing. Now, again, $85. So if someone doesn't buy the tickets for the early bird pricing, that means what?
So The pricing right now is $85.
Okay.
Our early bird is closed, so
Oh.
we have so right now it's $85 for general admission
So I'm going to cross off early bird.
and $150 for the VIP. So
The difference, talk about the difference in what they got.
So the VIP starts at 6:00, and that's a half an hour, and you will be able to have different tastings that are not going to be available to general admission.
Okay.
And somebody will go ahead and talk about the tastings and kind of walk you through it.
All right. So that's 150 starts at 6, $85 for general admission for the rest of the evening. That starts at 6:30.
That's correct.
Okay. Come on out, have a good time, help raise money. Are you kidding me? Sounds like a lot of fun. So I'll tell you what, if you scan the QR code and you mention Aaron's Hour, you can get 2 general admission tickets for $170.
Oh.
It's $85 twice. It's a good deal, isn't it?
It's a good
I don't
deal.
know. No, just come down and do it. Besides, you get
And
it's
it'll be
fun.
a beautiful night, and we're in Baker Hall, so
That's right.
we're going to be right across from the Renaissance Garden and that fountain. It's just going to be a really great evening to get out of the
No
house.
valet parking.
No valet parking. You will have to park your own car.
Doggone it.
And really just celebrate
Yeah, absolutely.
all that comfort and joy that
Absolutely.
we like to provide to our families.
Again, I just want to remind everybody that the Ronald McDonald House in Norfolk provided 4,798 nights of stay to 628 families. And quite frankly, with all you donors as part of that, that would not be possible. So what I would like to see done, first of all, it'd be great if we actually do less. That means less kids are in the hospital.
That's right.
However, in the event that part doesn't change, you know what I think we should do? Let's hit 700 families and 1,500 individuals, and we can only make that happen if you guys donate. Okay, now, if they don't have the QR code, they can go to the website, correct?
Yes,
Which is what?
that is.
John, take notes so you can put it on the crawl.
It's RMHC.Norfolk.org.
There you go. RMHCNorfolk.org. All right, check it out. This way, if you don't do this, but of course, if you want to go back to the QR code, as soon as this show's off the air at 12:01 p.m. Eastern or 12:30, give John a little time, just go back and rewatch it, grab the QR code. We'll pop it up again before we go off the air so you can grab the QR code. All right, so that's good. I'm excited. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that. And then also, listen, we were talking before we went on the air, there'll be hopefully some other fundraising ideas that we'll be able to do together to help the local Ronald McDonald House. I don't know if there's golfers out there, but we were talking about maybe doing some golf. Be some ways that you can help. Look, we realize that there's a lot of organizations that ask for money and support, especially this time of year. We're going into that time of year where we're getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and every holiday that's out there that everybody's asking for money. Bottom line is this: you've got to feel it in your heart to support the right organization that fits what you want to do with people. We know that disposable income is limited. We get that. But here's a funny thing. Every organization, they'll take $1 as much as they'll take $1,000. It doesn't matter. If you only have a limited budget, like that lady who won the 150 grand earlier, she spread it out. If you only have a certain budget to give away, split it up if you want to. Bottom line is you have choices. The fact that you sing Ronald McDonald House or Million Motion or some of the nonprofits here on my show, that's just because I have a passion for them myself. If you want to make it easy, donate to the organizations that I bring on my show. That's okay. They'll take the money just as well. I guarantee you. All right. Let's go back to some crazy questions before we wrap up. All right. Here you go. You ready for the first one?
Okay.
What's your dream vacation location that you'd like to go visit someday that you haven't been to?
Probably India.
What is it about India that you want to go see?
I want to just travel around the country and get to see just about everything. I know that there's a lot of poverty, but there's also a lot of beauty.
Okay.
So
a lot of history there.
And a lot of history.
And I hate to do this. I'm going to take that exit road off the highway for a second because there is an event next Sunday, September 28th, that somebody was supposed to remind me about.
4:30 p.m.
4:30 p.m. Temple Emmanuel. This is a cantor concert,
Yes,
right? Cantor concert. Try to say that 10 times fast. Temple Emmanuel, 4:30. There's going to be how many cantors?
It's going to be one cantor.
It's a cantor that's in from Argentina. What's his name?
His name is Cantor Alberto.
Cantor Alberto, which, by the way, if you watched either the first Schmoozing with Rabbi Ari, we've shown video of the cantor singing some video. 4:30. Is it free to the public?
It is free to the public. It is. It is.
Sorry, John, I didn't mean to wake you up over there.
No.
No, it's okay. Free to the public. There's one cantor, and there's also a choir I heard last night too that's going to be there.
Yes, it's going to be the cantor, the rabbi, and a choir there.
From the JCC, is that right?
Yes, from the JCC.
See, I was listening to the rabbi last night during his announcement. So that's the 28th, 4:30 next week. So I'd be remiss, going into Yom Kippur holidays, which is the Day of Atonement for us. I would probably lose a few stripes by not mentioning the cantor concert. Anyway, so I'm sorry, but I was saying that popped into my head and I had to say it. All right, so we're going to go to India. Perfect, love it. Okay, where have you gone on vacation that you'd love to go back to?
Oh, definitely Scotland.
Okay, what was it about Scotland?
It's just a natural
A lot
beauty.
of green, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a natural beauty. Lots of hiking.
Okay.
And,
And golf was invented there.
It
supposedly.
Was. Supposedly. I don't know. I don't really play golf.
Okay.
So I just like driving the car.
I don't play golf either, unless there's clowns' mouths or windmills on the course. I
Yeah,
do that
right.
all the time playing golf. All right, so that takes care of that. All right, what is your favorite? Give me your all-time favorite meal from top to bottom, starting with an appetizer, maybe on down to dessert. What's your favorite type of appetizer?
Oh, so I'm just gonna say my favorite meal is probably my Nana's Sunday meal.
Which is?
And she's passed.
That's okay.
Honestly, everybody's gone now, but
I feel that.
yeah.
I look back at my
So-
wedding album, the 205 people we had, the majority
Yeah.
of them are gone.
So it would definitely start with a little salad. We'd have a little pasta, and then we'd have our meats, and then we'd have more dessert.
What kind of meats? What kind of meats would you?
So it would be meatballs, brajol.
Okay.
It's like a flat steak rolled with
Okay.
all kinds of herbs and things.
Sure, seasonings and flavorings.
Yes, and
Okay.
definitely chicken wings. So it's
Wait a minute, how does chicken wings get into an
chicken
Italian?
wings are in the pot.
Oh,
In
okay,
the-
okay,
in the-
gotcha.
In the gravy.
Gotcha.
We got it in the gravy.
Gravy,
It's in the
not
gravy.
sauce,
No,
gravy.
it's in the gravy,
Okay.
So yeah, it was a pasta. Sometimes she'd make homemade manicotti.
Okay.
Sometimes she would just do regular pasta.
What would she do for dessert?
She would make sponge cake.
Sponge cake. Not a cannoli, not an Italian, but
No,
it's sponge cake.
Usually a sponge cake or a pound cake or something.
Top it with a little
like
ice
that.
cream, maybe?
Yeah.
See, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. So
A little chocolate syrup on top of
I
that, too.
think it's just one of my So that is
All right.
I guess it's not so much the meal.
It's the family.
It's the family.
Absolutely.
It's
It's what
the
it
family.
represents.
It's the company.
Sure. Would you have an adult beverage with that meal?
Yeah, well, I did have an adult
Which was
beverage
what? What
with
did you
that
drink with
meal. So what do you think I
A
tried?
little vino?
Yeah, but what kind?
Probably a red?
Yeah, but what kind?
Oh, I don't know. So I'm gonna be taking notes next week.
Yeah, so we definitely drank a little Chianti.
Oh, Chianti.
Yeah, so all of us kids got a little Chianti in a juice glass with. I'm just saying.
No,
with,
absolutely.
With a little bit of ooh, what was that?
That's right. The lights in the studio are on a sensor, and fortunately, we have the ring light on.
With
so
a
we're
little
good.
bit of
The sensor's behind my
ginger
face.
ale.
Gotcha.
So,
Oh, a little
yeah,
ginger ale.
ale,
Make it a
yeah,
little
it's
sparkly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. All right. Very good. That's good. All right. Okay. This one you may want to hesitate to answer, but I'm going to ask it now because I think this is probably the most fun one. What's your favorite curse word?
Oh, well, I'm from Philly.
Oh, damn Giants!
I'm from Philly, so yeah.
You can say it.
Oh,
You're on the FC. No, well, we're not regulated by the FCC. I won't get shut down.
Oh, yeah, it's the one.
Forget about it.
It's the one that starts with the F and ends in the K. I'm from Philly, and it's just.
That's Uck.
It's there's two other letters in the center. So
Shut the front door. Anyway.
Shut the front
we
door.
get it. Does it rhyme with
definitely.
puck?
It
Like
does.
hockey puck? Okay.
It does.
There you
It
go.
does.
Muck,
So,
buck,
yeah.
luck.
So
Sure.
yeah, it's from Philly, and that's just an every other word
All
type
right.
of thing
No, that's
when you're
true.
hanging out with folks.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
just it.
Two last questions for you. Who's your favorite superhero? Batman or Superman?
Oh, definitely Batman.
Okay, good. You can come back.
Yeah.
All right, here's the only serious one I ask of that because I think it really lends itself to a little introspective as well. when the day comes, and this is going to be so far down the line, you're standing at the pearly gates, and the maitre d' is there to greet you to come on in. What is it you want to hear them say to you upon entering? It's a little thought-provoking, isn't it? A little tough sometimes to get this answer.
I want them to tell me my family's waiting for me.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Nothing better than that. When the family's waiting for you, I'm in the same boat. I got plenty of people. My mom will be up there saying that, you didn't have to come now, but that's okay. I'm with you. So I'm with you. Okay, that's good. That's good. That means your family was proud of you, and they're going to be waiting for you when the time comes. All right. So that's it. You're off the hook for all those questions. There's no more of those. There's no more of those. All right. So we have a few minutes left. So I want to go back to the Ronald McDonald House. So first of all, how can people reach out besides the website? Is there a way that people can reach out to you, direct questions or whatever? How can people reach out?
So you can definitely email me, which is Lorenzo, Lorenzo,
just the way it sounds.
Yeah. Well, some people have a problem with that, believe it or not.
I know.
At RMHC Norfolk.org.
That's right.
So we definitely are always looking for volunteers to come in and cook meals for our families.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the number one things on our list. And we do take collections for our pantry, and that's called our wish list.
Okay.
And all of this information is on our website. It talks about comfort meals. It talks about the wish list. So we're always looking for volunteers.
Absolutely. Way. So do it. You know what? Also, too, if you are going to bring food in, no peanuts, no nuts, because we don't know who has allergies, right? What other things should people be aware of to try not to bring for fear of allergies, besides the nuts?
So besides that, we definitely, let each group cook the meal that they want to cook for everyone. And our families will either eat it or they will cook their food. And we also, through the wish list, provide a lot of food for families.
And I saw the multiple freezers and fridges and everything else you have there in that capacity. Do you have any specific needs for donation ages for families, like, diapers? Is there specific needs for donations that you guys always want to have? Make sure you have plenty there.
So one of the things that we've started doing recently is we've started creating these NICU survival bags. And these bags go out to the CHKD NICU, the Norfolk General NICU.
Stand for?
The Children's, yes, for all the people in Vegas, I'm sorry. No. It's the Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters. So, and it's part of the Miracle Network. If you folks are familiar with that.
Miracle Network, Miracle Mile, and all that stuff. We are familiar with that, but they would not know the acronym.
Yes. So we send the NICU bags to Centera Norfolk General and Centera Princess Anne in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
So that goes out to all of the families who are in the NICU, and we are always looking for items for those bags.
Okay.
Some of the things are toiletries, blankets, phone chargers, notebooks, all of that.
And if you have stuff to donate and you're not sure, just call and see if it's something they can use. I mean, I'm sure there won't be anything that they'll turn away. All right, next week again, September 27th is the Petals and Pairings event. Norfolk Botanical Gardens, $85 general admission. That starts at 6:30. If you want to come in early and take advantage of the select tastings, that's 6 o'clock. That's $150. Go back and rewatch the show for the QR code, or if John can pull it up right now as I'm talking about it, there you go, as if on magical cue. There's a QR code. Just simply scan that. If you miss a QR code, just go to the website, rmhcnorfolk.org. You can go on there. The information is there as well. Come say hello. Make sure if you sign up, make sure you say hello. You saw this here on the show, and I'd love to, we'll chat next week when I see you at the event at the Botanical Gardens. So thank you for coming in today.
Oh, appreciate thank you for inviting me.
My absolute pleasure. All right. I have no idea who's going to be on next week, so you're just going to have to watch my Facebook page just to see who I surprise even myself with my guests next week. Because, I'll be prepping for that event. And also, let's see, a couple other things. First of all, happy Batman Day to everybody. Number 2, this week starts the holiday of Rosh Hashanah, Monday night. I think it's year 5768, 5786. There's a lot of now. What is it?
86.
It is 86. Not bad for I saw a calendar on my kitchen counter and I took a quick look. So 5786 is our new year. This is our, and then of course, and I'll talk about this next week. October 1st and 2nd is Yom Kippur, which is our Day of Atonement. This is where we ask for forgiveness for our past years of sins and hope we get written in the book of life for the following year so that we have the option and the opportunity to screw it all up again. So, I mean, you can look at it any way you want to for that standpoint. With a lot of events going on. I know there was something else I wanted to mention, but of course it escapes here right now at this moment, and that's okay because I am who I am. All right. So with that, we'll see you next week right here. As always, be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. Don't forget about that. We'll see you next time right here on Aaron Phillips. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Bye.